But of course, I cannot show this video until after the trial is over. I'm not sure how long that's going to be. But here is what. We're supposed to hear whether he's going to be retried sometime in this month. Maybe in another few days we may hear. And if we do hear that and there is no retrial and he's being released, I will be sending out this video upon request to other individuals who request it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Dancehall news and reviews. People, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscription button, drop a comment, hit that like button. Get familiar with the channel. So people, we forward out today to ask some questions. Where is the advisor? Where is the advisor? One bag of chatting, brother. You say you are going to release video. Well, you are going to send out video upon request. Guess what? The trial, it over. Acquittal was the verdict rendered. So, brother man, why you there? How comes you put out video every day, brother man? But you not talk about the case, brother man. You had so much to say, but now your mom, you're quiet. What happened? You made a lot of predictions and nothing came true. You said man was gonna flip, bro, hold on.
After the hearing on March 14th and the decision that was taken, he seemed to have gotten some information that makes him feel that things are not going to go well with him and the rest of his fellow convicts. And he decided to take his personal situation very seriously. He made an offer to the government. Plain and simple, listen, I am willing to give up everything I know, every single thing that I know. I'm going to tell you who actually committed the act itself on Clive Williams. And I'm going to, of course, tell you how his body was disposed of and who disposed of his body and where the remains can be found, if they can be found.
Father God, this man was bluffing. And we are calling you out, brother, Mr. Advisor. You forward out on the internet and you make a big splash, a bag of chat, and now you now follow through. You see this YouTube space here? You see when we talk, we deal with credibility. There are certain channels with all credibility. So when you come out and talk, we tell you already, brother, if the day come and you don't follow through, we're gonna call you out as a capper, a liar, a big fibber. A clout you look, attention you look, brother. Where you there so far? Why your purpose in the space, brother? Because you forward out big, bold and strong, and all of a sudden your mom, you're quiet, you don't have nothing to say, you're weak out, well weak out. Bro, you think I saw this thing go?
Because the government see where they actually have everything to nail them to the cross all over again. And it will be so much easier this time. So the government said you can keep, basically what happened that the government was saying, keep your testimony, we can do this again. We did need 2 hands and 2 legs to do it the first time. Now we can do it with 1 hand tied behind our backs. So we don't have to make cut no deal with you. Maybe the government would have been willing to go along with it, but not with the amount of demands he was making. They didn't feel he was in such a position to make those demands. However, recently, what I'm hearing is that the government thinks that the case going forward would be better served if Kartel and his group was to plead guilty. It would save the government a whole lot of money if this individual was to testify and carry such overwhelming evidence along with and on top of all that they have had before. It would be a slam dunk for the prosecution, and Cartoon and his crew would be forced to simply plead guilty. And if they don't, and it goes to trial, they look like they would, of course, get probably an increased sentence on top of the 12 years where them serve already, which under the law, them don't serve. Them never serve.
You as a YouTube vlogger, right? you're making us look bad. You make all of we look bad. Because you say a bag of things and you can't follow through. Your failure, your lies, they're gonna place it at our feet. Because the things you said, you're not following through. Therefore, people are gonna say, yo, the whole of them vlog about, they be a liar, this and that, them spread pan the man. See him, so one of them did I say, yo, him a videotape a cartel and murder and ray. And say him a go release it and the day come and him afraid, nothing no go on. Him say, yo, man, did I go flip pan man and man a testify and prosecution and man a go turn up and ray and deals was made and this and that. Guess how? No deal never make any deal make off a free demand them big old Google but big old idiot. Yeah, hey brother, yo, John no style. I don't know the man in the people. But the man chat a bag of things. I work with cartel them or what? What was it? Some disinformation, misinformation on purpose?
You see, guys, there was another video recording in that room on the day. And that video shows them breaking the legs of Lizard. It shows them battering him in the knees and breaking his shin bones. It shows them stamping in his ribs. And it showed them battering his head to the extent where his head opened up and all his grey matter flew out. Sorry, I have to say it. This is something that was handed to me on a thumb drive last night. It showed clearly the face of the individuals involved. As a matter of fact, one of them, his face was so full of blood from the battering of Lizard that we could hardly make out his face while he was there, the way the blood was flying on him. We saw them when they finished, and we saw when they were mopping up all the gore off the floor. We saw them when they're planning how to dispose of their clothes and where and how they're gonna burn it. And they're asking each other if they did bring new set of things for wear, etc. Now, this is one of the most chilling.
Hear how the man attack. Hear how the man describe the thing like him really see the video. Like it really goes so. So I have questions for ask. If him did get a thumb drive, for real, right? And the prosecution also have that thumb drive, how comes there was no evidence presented? Really and truly, something is afoot here. It look like Fame Links them might have give him some info for real, and them have to backtrack real quick because the prosecution sell out. Or is it that this man was lying all along? I wonder if I reach out and touch him in a real life. I wonder if them spook him. I wonder if them circle him ends and be things go on and they make him know, say, brother, you say you. If you even open your mouth and chat about cartel again, a grave, a dirt. I don't know any people, but the man is running for the hills, you know. Him did that talk big, bad, brave and bold, and all of a sudden him wake out, you know, people. Chicken wing, when I say chicken wing, I talk about baby chicken will just hatch. Just hatch, and even know how to lift a wing yet. The man wake out, people. Wake out like 35 weeks, 40 weeks now, and baby just born. John, the man wake out.
Videos ever seen. And guess what? The prosecution just got hold of it. It was sent to me, but not to post. And somebody said, listen, this cannot be human beings treating other human beings this way. But believe me, it certainly was. Now, I am going to be showing this video to my people.
Boy, oh boy, sound like the advisor. Right check with the mouth where him rear can cash. Yeah, man. Right. John, what the man right the check them and him can't cash them. Look like him bank account him credit empty. I was going when I time them advisor. How you so shaky, brother? How you so weak out? People not call you out, brother.
Because as you know, it will never be able to go out on YouTube. Because we can't quite understand that. But of course, I'll be sending it out to individuals. Because by then, they would have been released and would not be able to be found guilty again. I think double jeopardy or whatever. So, releasing at that time wouldn't really matter. So, all I'm saying to you guys is stand by and watch this space. But believe me, I know everybody's stomach can take this. Because when me tell you say, when the pickaxe stick reach in a one-sided man face, one side of the man jaw actually lift off and go to the left side of the jaw, lift off, go to, over to the right. His lower jawbone, like him chin, slip round go west up. But what we have to ask ourselves, is how did men, human beings, reach to this level of extreme depravity?
The question is how you reach to this level of capping, these levels of lying. Bro, really and truly, the way you tell the story, it sounds real. I'm not saying no real, I am saying you're capping. You said you were going to do something and you're not following through. Therefore, I am 100% correct when I say you are capping. We are requesting the video. Where is the video? Where is it, bro? What's going on here? You're not following through, advisor. Advisor, me advise you if you do the right thing, or else you're in trouble. You're gonna leave YouTube, bro. You're gonna leave YouTube. Real Vanessa Bling, 3 years and 9 months was taken away from me. I remember like yesterday the feeling I got when I was free. Whoa. Hold on, we're gonna get back to that. We have questions right there. Wow. And 13 years away from Kartel, Madsos, and Sean Storm. Now they get to go home to their families again. One thing I know is life is great and God is real. Hashtag Freedom Street. Hashtag life is the greatest. We whine and come again. Wanna say to me, 3 years and 9 months was taken away from Vanessa Bling, Gaza Slim. Wanna tell me say she did hold on. Me don't know what she talk about. She did go to prison. She did go to prison for actually make that statement about how them see lizard try rob them. She did go to prison. No man, me never hear this. Me hear say she was arrested, but then me never hear nothing about it again. I always wondered what happened with that case. Y'all tell me say she was actually convicted. Which prison she go? 3 years and 9 months. What not talk about? What she mean? 3 years and 9 months taken away from her, and she remember when she was freed. Free? Hold on. What go on here so? Me confused. Me see people post this but nobody not explain it. Me want explanation. Me want answers. Vanessa Bling was in prison? Yard or abroad? 3 years and 9 months? What go on? For what? Oh, what? Me no know. Me not understand. Somebody talk to me. Talk to me, please. Me all scratch me head and I wonder to myself. I wonder if I want them to do like investigation and stuff like that, or trial, or anything like that relating to the case. The time it spent 3 years and 9 months, she wasn't able to travel, or she did actually grounded. I don't know. Was it a case that she was like on parole or something for 3 years and 9 months? She couldn't travel or something? Was it a case that she couldn't do shows or something for 3 years and 9 months? Or was it actually that she was actually really in a real life behind bars for 3 years and 9 months? Won't I tell me say little Gaza Slim do hard time? I mean never do a day in a prison or jail? Dog, no, me soft, me weak out one night time. No sir. She manage, she angry, she tough man. People, anybody know? Please in the comments. Help, I need info. You know what said daily me drop content on the channel Jamaica Breaking News. Like I've told y'all many times, you need to be subscribed to that channel. You're missing out on important, in-depth conversation. Remember, I cannot drop videos like multiple videos on this channel like that. YouTube now really send out the thing them and the people them now tuning like that. So I'm not able to drop multiple videos per day on this channel. If I do so, they will be severely punished. You see me, views will be lacking. You see me, it's hard to get views if I'm going to be releasing multiple videos per day. So I have to let the videos run. So more time I have to balance it with putting content out on Jamaica Breaking News as well as content over here. Thus, I am able to cover various topics, more topics per day, etc., etc. So do the right thing and check in on Jamaica breaking news. A matter of fact, me do a mad video over the people when me I talk about, Delroy Chuck versus Justice Marvin McDonald's, who is to be held responsible for what took place, the justice system. A matter of fact, I'm gonna put that video, I'm gonna attach it right here so y'all can get a better gist. And remember, subscribe to Jamaica Breaking News so you can be, updated on content over there as well. So bless up on yourself. Big up to everybody we are checking to, Dancehall news and reviews each and every day. Love and respect. So I'm gonna drop it now. Say the captain.
The insufficient and inadequate account by the prosecution for the availability of its witnesses and trial exhibits are now unavailable or cannot be accounted for.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, Jamaica Breaking News. Please subscribe and hit that like button, drop a comment, share your views. Blessings and respect to one and all tuning in. No. Who is to be blamed for Vybz Kartel and his co-accused walking free? Who is to be blamed? Do we point fingers at the justice system overall? Do we point fingers at the judicial? Should we be pointing fingers at the DPP? Paula Llewellyn? Should we? I mean, after all, there was a corrupted juror and she made a case to go forward. Or should we be blaming Justice Lennox, who actually went forward and allowed that verdict to be given? Should we? Or should we blame the appeal court in affirming that original verdict? Or should we be blaming the Privy Council for intervening? After all, they are the highest court and they were the ones who quashed it and sent it back to the Court of Appeals. Or should we now blame Justice Marvin McDonald Bishop and the other two justices for actually acquitting them? Who should be blamed? Well, a whole heap of people are talking, a whole heap of people vex, a whole heap of people are looking on the justice system sideways. But ladies and gentlemen, I have the culprit. I have the main culprit to be blamed for the current ruling. Yes, we can blame Paula Llewellyn and Justice Lennox Campbell. We can even blame the Privy Council for being the highest court of Jamaica and having to quash the conviction. But the truth is this, the real culprits are the current acting DPP and her subordinates. They are the ones to be blamed. After all, there is missing evidence. Where is the evidence? Where is the evidence, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, the evidence disappear. Oh, it walk out of the prosecution department. Who took it? Where is it? Will there be an investigation, an internal investigation, as well as external? Someone has to be held accountable, people. We need an investigation. A committee or task force should be formed to investigate what landed them broke. Them complaints say them not no money. So at the end of the day, if them never have money for actually, speed up trials and stuff like that and facilitate trials overall, then clear as day, them not gonna have no money for no committee to investigate anything. So really and truly, it will all be swept under the rug. After all, I saw Jamaica go to work. Oh, y'all gonna tell me, say, the prosecution department is quote-unquote trying to get a retrial, claiming them have evidence, but when you check it out, the evidence is missing. People, that's not red flag. That's all the flags on the play, every color. It not right. It's spooky. And this leads one to wonder, what really transpired? Was this all corruption? Did Peter Bunting and Philip Palwell and the entire PMP government plan this by actually removing Paula Llewellyn as the DPP and installing Claudette Thompson as the acting director of public prosecutions to come out here and drop the ball so publicly, so willingly, roll over? I mean, it not look good. They replaced Paula Llewellyn and the DPP came out and dropped the ball in this appeal hearing. They put up no challenge, no fight, nothing. They rolled over. Let me play that again.
The insufficient and inadequate account by the prosecution for the availability of its witnesses and trial exhibits are now unavailable or cannot be accounted for.
Insufficient and inadequate accounts. Insufficient. That means they're not giving enough information. That's insufficient. And inadequate, meaning basically they're not adept at doing their jobs. The acting DPP and the entire Department of Public Prosecutions look like a bunch of weirdos. Weirdos that did not do their job. And the question is why, or who in the department decided to make these clumsy moves. Why? Why oh why? Differently still, the Gaza Nation, the Gaza fans and lawyers, they made a statement to say that Paula Llewellyn, the DPP, was the one keeping Vybz Kartel behind bars. My God, my God, my God. And as soon as she was removed, he's now free. Hold on. She must have been the one holding the keys, the lock and the grill, everything, people. Clear as day, it add up. Paula removed, man walk free. Paula removed, them walk free. Hold on. Paula removed, and the next hearing, them walk free. Interesting. Very, very, very spooky. So, should we not take account of this? Should we pretend otherwise? Like we not see what go on, pan what go on? Year after year, they must say a Paula actually keep Kartel in behind bars. Well, clear as day, nobody else wanted him behind bars. So Paula was truly the one holding the keys, and she was removed from the DPP, removed as head of the DPP, and now the man them walk free. Coincidence? I think not. What if I told y'all from the get-go I suspected Claudette Thompson? What if I told y'all from the beginning I suspected Philip Paulwell and Peter Bunting? After all, them are PNP and the clans is PNP, and Paula go after the clans. Remember good no? Quote unquote, the PNP them say how comes Paula them now go after one another, that's JLP, and coincidentally they remove Paula, and all of a sudden now one Dan clansman Vybz Kartel walks free. Okay, and also I note he walked free with orange bandana, kerchief, etc. Yeah, PNP paraphernalias. So tell me what go on here, so people. It's spooky. But hold on. They'll write Chuck off it out. They'll write Chuck. Forward up front.
President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, delivered the court's decision freeing Kartel and his friends on Wednesday. According to her, the inordinate time it would take for Kartel and his co-accused to again go through the court system factored heavily in their decision not to order a retrial.
The court looks at the lapse of time between the commission of the alleged offense and the likely time in which a new trial would take place, which would, in our estimation, be at least 15 years. We find that to be inordinate. 6. The unjustifiable interference with the appellant's constitutional rights to a fair hearing within a reasonable time under Section 16 of the Constitution of Jamaica, and the potential for that breach or interference, we should say, continuing if a new trial is ordered.
Hold on there, man. Hold on there. Before we get to Delroy, hold on there. So, these ordinance, right? It have me a scratch me head, right? It have me a scratch me head. 15 years for retrial. 15 years for retrial. I mean, that is outrageous. That can't be normal. That can't. Oh, you gotta have constitutional rights. All the man them fi have constitutional rights, and the courts will take 15 years for do appeal. That can't make sense. That can't make sense in any world. 15 years for appeal. Make that make sense. That not right in a no way, shape or form. But here what me I said though, if the appeal court and the privy council wanted to expedite hearings, they would actually set time frames. Because if they want to solve that problem, set the time frame. That if you don't try them in this time frame, they are to be set free. Easy peasy. They could do that. Why don't they do that?
During the hearings for the case, Justice McDonald Bishop similarly expressed her discomfort with the fact that 2 other murder cases sent back to the Supreme Court in the last 6 years were yet to be retried. Members of civil society have called for reform in the justice system in order to allow quicker trials. However, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says trial delays are not solely the fault of the government.
This is not necessarily a matter for the government. In terms of a constitutional position, I believe firstly that a trial should be conducted within 5 years. And if the trial is not conducted within 5 years, it should be dismissed, in my view, for a breach of the Constitution. When it comes to a retrial, if it is not done within 24 months, in my view, it should be dismissed for want of constitutionality. So that I am surprised to hear various views being expressed that retrials are taking longer than 4 years. If that was the case, then the retrials should never be reordered, and I suspect that that was one of the reasons why in the Kartel's case the judges took that position.
Some serious talk are going on, people. Some serious talk. The man say, if it take more than 5 years to give the people them a trial, free them. That no make no sense. The man also was saying, if a retrial, it shouldn't take more than 24 months. We're talking about the Justice Minister, Delroy Chuck. You understand? The Justice Minister talk, I tell you, say, at the end of the day, if a trial take more than 5 years, no, sir, that figure thrown out. And if a retrial take more than 2 years, that figure thrown out. So if I were the quote-unquote criminals who are waiting 6-7 years right now, hello, bulb, ting, 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 lawyers, ting, 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 ting. I'm just saying, the Justice Minister just said it. I'm just saying, if I was waiting on a retrial or trial and it was taking a lengthy time, I would be listening to this. If I was a lawyer, I would be listening to this, cocking up my ears and I say, Olande, check the time. Does it balance out? Because the Justice Minister, I say this, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. And also, the Justice Minister not really pushing back on Justice Marvin McDonald's. He's actually agreeing. Think about it.
The Justice Minister says it is the same judiciary that must take a strong stance against the inordinate delays.
The executive and the legislature can't impose time and administrative matters on the judiciary. The judiciary has to take certain strong position. If it says that a trial must be held within 3 years, and if it dismisses cases that are not held within 3 years, then it is for the executive, which the DPP is a part of, then we must make sure that the arrangements can be put in place so that trials can be held within 3 years.
Oh, that's the same thing I am saying, people. The same thing I'm saying. The justice, the appeal court, or the privy council should set time frames. If they set the time frame and the DPP not following those constraints, then guess what? The cases should be thrown out. So, like Delroy say, I agree with that. However, I kick the ball back to Justice Marvin McDonald's. Them I say, listen, Una say Ray, but at the end of the day, Uno can actually facilitate a speedier process. But Uno not do that. Why Uno not do that?
But Mr. Chuck believes the government, in concert with prosecutors and law enforcement, should improve investigative capacity to ensure trials can begin as quickly as possible.
My view is that the executive must put in place the necessary investigation, collation of documents from the forensic labs, etc., so that the cases can be dealt with within 3 years. At the end of the day, if in fact we don't have enough judges and courts to try the cases, then that's a matter that the executive must deal with. But to the best of my knowledge, we have more than enough judges and courts that if the cases are ready, they can be tried.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
One thing for sure, whether good or bad, the Vybz Kartel, Adidja Palmer and his co-accused, Sean Storm, Sean Campbell, Kyra Jones and Andre St. John's. This case, people, may I tell you, it exposed the Jamaican justice system. Put them out there and lift up them skirt in every which way. The inadequacy from all levels, from prosecution to judge to investigators to CSI agents, the people that we are gather and preserve the evidence, every part of it, from breaching people's rights, from collecting people evidence, selling the phone and stuff, like everything. Them get exposed from top to bottom, people. Them get exposed, them skin out. Trust me, brawling people, it no look good on the entire justice system. Vybz Kartel, them took a dump. Them got the highest court, the Privy Council, and took a big dump on Jamaica, a big dump on the entire justice system, and them a laugh right now, a mockery of the justice system. And bear in mind what I am saying, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused are now free because of the inadequacy of the justice system, not because they were innocent, because the justice system failed at every turn to actually get a proper conviction, to actually follow the right judicial process, to actually get the proper conviction. They are an embarrassment to the world. First thing first, they show that Jamaica cannot protect the jurors, cannot protect the jurors and their family, even when they are behind bars. That's the first inadequacy. The second inadequacy, they have lawyers making chance encounter with jurors. Lawyers who are on the case, the defense, are make chance encounter with active juror who went on to bribe other jurors. We're talking about the cellular phone that was in evidence lockup that miraculously, started making phone calls and texts, traveling all over the world by itself, miraculously took life. It became sentient and started doing what it wants to do and corrupted itself. After all, it was in the police lockup on top of a locker or inside of a locker, and miraculously some unknown entity teleported in and took it and did what they were doing and brought it back. I mean, come on, people. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Do you believe any of this nonsense? Come on. And we're talking about the justice system, the judge who went forward, the prosecution who went forward with a tainted jury. Imagine that. Imagine that. My God. And forward to today, people, where the Jamaican Labour Party is linked to the Wanada gang knowingly. Oh my God. And the PNP is linked to the Clans gang knowingly. And Vybz Kartel admittedly linking to the Klansman as one done. And you're telling me that we have a prosecution, DPP, Paul Llewellyn, that was heading up the case and was going hard after the Clans. And the PNP leaders, Peter Bunting and Philip Palwell and Mark Golding, well, they made moves and got rid of Paul Llewellyn. My God. And now Vybz Kartel and his co-accused them are free after the acting DPP and her team decided, or coincidentally, or I don't know, negligence wise, maybe it was by negligence, maybe it was a crime, I don't know, but the evidence somehow got misplaced. DVDs walked out, flew out, I don't know. So think about this, people. I'm just gonna rest my case here to say, will there be any investigation into the Department of Public Prosecution for what they just did, for the dump they actually took, the dump they went in front of the appeal court and took? Inadequacy left, right and center. They did nothing. But then again, it seems like it was by design, on purpose. But who knows? It's just a theory. A vlogger with a theory. I'm just a YouTuber. That's just my 2 cents. People, drop Funo 2 cents. Blessings and respect to everybody who are watch and subscribe. People. Can't make this stuff up, Can't make this stuff up. Well, I say I go. As them say, Irie man. Only in Jamaica. Only in Jamaica.